If truly this is the day the Lord has set aside for Biafra, now we'll say this is a Biafra day. According to what we have on our headline, yeah, it says a Biafra day. Release Nnamdi Kanu and others. This is coming from Massob, has told Tinubu and also telling Tinubu. Biafra day, release Nnamdi Kanu and others. Massob tells Tinubu. The leadership of the movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, Massob, led by Nnamdi, has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu led Nigerian government to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and other pro-Biafra agitators detained across the country. This was contained in a statement issued on Tuesday by its National Director of Information, Edison Samuel. Massob also noted that Southeast was excluded from the Nigeria Student Loan, accusing the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, of consciously and systematically frustrating the high average examination score of Southeastern region students. According to Massob, no working seaport in the Southeast zone and no Southeast person among the senior officials of Nigeria National Petroleum Company, Federal Land Revenue Service and Nigeria Customs Services. Currently, the federal government of Nigeria have closed down the Enugu International Airport in Southeast Zone, including the railway transportation service in the Southeast Zone. The Daily Post reports that this is coming ahead of the 2025 Biafra anniversary celebration on May 30th. May 30th, 2025 is a national day of introspection and self-examination for the people of Biafra after 58 years of our forceful and deceitful actions of General Gowon, popularly known as reintegration, reconciliation, and rehabilitation back to Nigeria. Earlier this month, Massob said all markets, schools, public and private motor parks in the southeast will be shut down on May 30th, 2025. Wow, this is coming from the Biafra. Says the Massob has been says release Nnamdi Kanu. Others, as a Massob tells Tinubu, the leader of the movement for actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, Massob, movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra, Massob. It has been led by Nnamdi. Also, he has urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu led Nigerian government to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and other pro-Biafra agitators detained across the country. And now, before we go further, let's listen to the comment section, according to how people react. According to Kenneth Nwachukwu says, he will not release him. It is part of the agreement to rig the election for him. Well, Jubilant said, let the government close everywhere, but it cannot stop the movement of God's own people stuck in Nigeria. The issue is that for those that want to comment on the comment section, you want to lay your comment, you are allowed and free to give us your analysis, and also you're free to add to it, and you're free to contend through comment, because the led government by Buhari, who arrested, or let me put it this way, because Nnamdi Kanu was not even arrested. He was extraordinarily rendered all the way from Kenya. I'll call it a kidnap, because if they are giving Nnamdi Kanu a chance, he would have flown back to the United Kingdom, where he floated his Radio Biafra. because according to democracy said we have the freedom of speech, and according to Nigerian constitution, freedom of speech is expected as far you are not violent over it. But notwithstanding, you're free to say whatever you want to say. Freedom of association. It is good for you to associate with whichever group you feel, association or organization you feel you want to associate yourselves with. You're free to say whatever you want to say as far as your freedom of speech is not violence. And since you have not gone to any place or anywhere to uh, you know, render your speech. And anyone that is speechless, or any country or any organization where there is no law, there are no sins. You understand? Even the Bible says, "It is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of unto God who showeth mercy." Yes, be not be conformed by this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. It is not what goes inside you that defiles you, but what comes out thereafter. Sometimes they will say action speaks louder than voice, but notwithstanding, when your voice is out, when you want to hear your opinion in this particular administration, they feel you want to speak ill of the government, especially watching how this APC led administration is treating Nigerians. For the past 2 years, according to article, he said Tinubu's administration is the worst nightmare we've ever had in the history of Nigeria. Whichever way, Tinubu's government is the most incompetent government ever we've had in Nigeria, in the history of Nigeria. And somebody says, instead of a Massob to go on their knees to beg the Nigerian president, they are giving orders. Anywhere or anyway, your ego will continue to you peoples into more. Okay, your ego will continue to put you people into more hardship. That's what this person is saying. Keep quiet with your threat. Nothing you can do. Nigeria armed forces are ready for you. Someone says this is a useless comment. You cannot even stand the war. Well, if this news is real or not, it is what is being said that yes, Nnamdi Kanu is still in the custody of the Department of State Service, or Department of Secret Services. Sunday Igboho is just the counterpart. He's still in, array, trying to come into Nigeria. He said that maybe he couldn't come to Nigeria, or the government of Nigeria may not allow him come to Nigeria to come and see his family, or to come and see towards his properties. But as it is, Nigeria has been a failed state ever since APC assumed government. Well, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain. I would like you to share your views in the comment section, and I believe you would not forget to click on the bell icon to receive more notifications. Thanks for listening and watching. God bless you real good. Have a nice day ahead of you.